Hey everybody, Don here again, and welcome back to Ragged Edge Lure Works. Well, today is not really a painting video, but a little bit something different. We're going to talk about these right here, split ring pliers. Now, if you paint a lot of baits like I have in the last 2 years, I think I said in a previous video that I've probably sold 250 lures. Plus, I think I have 90 down at the trading post on the wall right now. And I just did a count up here. I have another 120 up here on the wall. Plus, I just did a run of 40 of those desert camo crappies for my friend Aaron's nonprofit. Besides that, I've given away, God, I don't know, 30 or 40 lures over the last 2 years. So I put a lot of hooks on a lot of lures, easily over 400, probably over 500 lures in the last 2 years. And I have said in a previous video that putting the hooks and the split rings on is probably the most tedious part of the whole process. When I'm done painting and everything's ready to go, I don't dread it, but I don't look forward to adding the hooks and the split rings. And it's mostly because of these split ring pliers that I've gotten. Now, I first started out with a pair of these. These came from Amazon. I think they were $9 or $9.99, something like that. And they have worked. But if you look closely at it, there's nothing here for the ring to bite onto. And so, you're trying to hold this thing and split it. And a lot of times you just can't get it in the little tiny groove, right? That little tiny groove in there. These things just want to slip out one side or the other because you're not really holding it. And to be honest, the last pair I had of these, this spring broke. Lasted 2 years, but low quality. So my son asked me what I was looking for Christmas this year, and I sent him a link to these pliers that I saw on the internet somewhere. And they were cheap too. I think these were $13, and I thought these would be great for in the kayak because not only do they have a split ring, let me get it over here, they have a split ring pliers at the end, but they're used for regular needle nose pliers, pulling hooks out of fish's mouths. They've got line cutters. They're even supposed to be able to cut a hook. I haven't tried it yet. But the problem with these is the same as those other ones. They go past the end, and there's really nothing to grip the ring with. Now, the other problem with these is this end right here. I use most of my lures, I'm putting on a number 6 treble hook with a number 2 split ring. And once you get the hook on the ring, this thing is just so wide at this end, it's really hard to get it inside that ring. So, I mean, right now you can't even do it, but you can get it to split. There, I just got it to split, but it took me 3 tries. So I'm thinking, man, there's got to be something better. Well, the other day I found these. They're made by Bubba. Now, if you're familiar with Bubba, there's the Bubba scale, which I just bought, which I love, super accurate. There's Bubba fillet knives. There's Bubba electric fillet knives. Bubba makes all kinds of fish and stuff. You notice this red kind of alligator skin grip is their, that's their identifier. These things are awesome, and let me show you why. So on the bottom here, hopefully it shows up. This is where the other ones all just go past the end and it's flat, and there's really nothing to grip this little ring with. These have this little raised piece right here, which fits on the inside of the groove. So you take the ring, you put this little part on the inside of that groove, and boom, it opens it up almost first time every time. And it just makes such a huge difference. Let me hold it up here where you can see it. Just put that there. It's kind of hard to tell because these things are so small and my fingers are quite large. But it opens up the split ring really easy. In fact, I'm probably going to buy a second one of these to put in my kayak, just to have. These will be in my kayak as a general purpose needle nose and line cutter. But yeah, I want to have a second pair of these to keep in the kayak because they're also, I mean, they're pretty cheap. Like I think it was $19.99 on Amazon. Free shipping. I mean, can't go wrong. The quality on these things is way better than either of those others. So yeah, these are the best ones that I have found so far, and I really like them. Now let's talk about my next paint job coming up. I bought these three really kind of cool, much bigger lures from Sugar Tit down in South Carolina. He has been an awesome supplier of lure blanks, but my understanding is he's going out of business. So I picked up a bunch of things that I wanted to get before he closed shop. This rat, it's not a wake bait. It's really a topwater bait. I have floated it, and it sits a little bit tail up, but I think that's going to be cool. So I'm going to paint that up. It's got the tail that goes with it. I got this other really cool blank. This is a glide bait in a bass shape. I'm going to paint this one up in a smallmouth bass pattern, trying to get as realistic as I can. And then I got this really cool big bluegill, which I will paint up in a bluegill pattern. So those are the next three things I'm going to be painting. And I'm probably going to give one of them away to anybody who bought the Labyrinth Therapeutic Services lures that I was doing for my friend Aaron's fundraiser. If you catch a fish with that, if you bought one of those and you catch a fish with it, send me a picture, or I'll probably have you send it directly to Aaron's website. On 4th of July, I'm going to give away one of these baits. And I think I'm going to paint this one in some kind of a military theme. So that's probably the one I'm going to give away. Yeah, so that's what's coming up. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.